child of King Deshret. Never forget that the desert that belongs to you lies elsewhere.
Whoa.
What's so strange about becoming a believer of the wise King
Yo.
Deshret? In fact, aren't you the strange one? The one who still can't pick a side?
Man,
What
this
an
girl is
absurd
now being
question.
burned
You make it
so
sound like I
hard.
should be ashamed for becoming a believer of King Deshret.
And I feel bad for
why
her.
haven't you gone home?
Yeah, she's losing it. She's losing it. Hey, what's up guys? This is Wild One and welcome back here to my YouTube channel, and we are now back here to Genshin Impact. So yeah, we are here back once again, and we're now continuing the next part of the Archon quest. I currently forgot what it's called, sorry. Apparently, I currently teleported right here in Sumeru City, pretty much near the waypoint. Apparently, somehow the cutscene has already started, so yeah. Seems like we're just pretty much jumping right straight into this. Yeah, we're just going to check out the title later. So anyways, this is currently Nilu right now. Oh wait, no, sorry, this is Nahida right now. Actually, this is currently the quest after Nilu's dance, or pretty much after we currently finally got out of that loop that we are currently in. Memory loop, I guess, is what you can actually call it. But anyways, let's continue this quest. So we are now currently talking to Nahida. Apparently, Dunyazard is also alive.
Festival, I left the city and saw what the traveler had described. Among the countless dreams,
Man, hearing Nahida's voice in Catherine's model is actually weird.
Once Dunyarzad could no longer bear the Akasha harvesting her dreams, her consciousness began to dissipate. But this also meant it escaped the Akasha's control. Such a small fragment of consciousness can't last for very long, though. It will return to its original dream, where both will gradually fade until they completely disappear. I used all the power I had to keep her dying dream alive as long as possible, but it still wouldn't have lasted for much longer if it hadn't been for you two breaking the samsara. So it looks like we did manage to save Dunyarzad in the end! And not a moment too soon!
Yeah, truly a miracle. I literally thought that she currently died.
Why are you two smiling so happily? I thought you'd be so moved that you'd start crying.
Oh man, we can't actually cry now.
Both are fine. Everyone reacts differently.
In fact, I have no idea how she's controlling Catherine right now.
Questions for me, right? After all, you saved my faithful believer. As your reward, I will answer any and all questions.
Just when I'm asking, why do you look like Catherine?
I'm using the Akasha as a medium to occupy Catherine's consciousness.
Oh, I guess it's actually simple.
Poor Catherine. Does this mean you can also occupy other people's consciousnesses?
Well, seems like it.
Theoretically, I can enter anyone's mind as long as they're wearing their Akasha terminal. The Akasha is the legacy of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. As Lesser Lord Kusanali and the first Akasha terminal, my consciousness has always been linked to the Akasha. I've always respected my people's free will, so I've never actually occupied their consciousness. When necessary, I just borrow this bionic Snezhnayan puppet.
What? Okay, now pretty much.
So Catherine is...
Okay.
No wonder Paimon felt something was off about
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna pause that. So apparently, all of the videos that I've been seeing on YouTube and also some posts on Facebook and on Reddit, it seems like it's indeed legit. Okay, so the theory about Catherine being an android from Snezhnaya, yeah. Apparently somehow Paimon knew, but she doesn't really question it.
Don't you live in the sanctuary of
Yeah,
Surasthana?
Catherine is now an android. We already know it.
A long time ago. After Greater Lord Rukkhadevata disappeared, the sages found my newly born self and took me back to Sumeru. At that time, I was young and weak, The sages kept me in the sanctuary of Surasthana, ostensibly for the sake of protecting me. But I've hardly heard from them since. However, I do understand that they had hoped to find Greater Lord Rukkhadevata instead of me, a symbol of her passing. So, the sages basically put their new Archon under house arrest?
Well,
Dare they?
that is just that's just
In some ways,
problematic.
they aren't wrong. Greater Lord Rukkhadevata was omniscient and omnipotent. Even after her death, the Akasha is still empowering this nation. And I'm still really far away from being able to call myself the God of Wisdom. Moreover, the Academia is also more proficient at governing this country. My existence has little meaning.
Yeah, you're already an excellent Archon. Don't do that to yourself. Don't say that to yourself.
Sub-Zero's festival. Everyone who showed up truly loves you. Thank you for the kind words. But I honestly don't need physical freedom as long as I can connect my consciousness to the Akasha.
Does that mean if, you know,
life's mission and top priority.
if the one that with the consciousness currently dies, is it connected to her as well? Like, you know, the one in the Matrix?
I will also take up the duties of the God of Wisdom
Probably.
and enlighten a lost soul here and there. Doing all that should be enough.
Anyways, I no longer have any questions. Let us move on to the original quests.
Seekers of knowledge.
Apparently, that actually took way too long,
Maintaining Dunyar's lot's
Alright.
dream took a lot of mental energy. I think I may need to rest for a while.
Seems like it.
And you don't need to worry too much about the sage's activities for now. The Akasha won't be able to conduct another project on the scale of the Sub-Zero Samsara in the immediate future. Go and get some sleep. Leave everything to us. What a relief. This is truly the most exhausting birthday I've ever had.
Wow.
Traveler?
Oh, hello, Catherine.
Why am I here? Do either of you know?
Yeah.
Sleepwalking. You know you can't wake up a sleepwalker.
Wow, very convincing.
happened to walk by, so we thought we'd
Very convincing.
I see.
That face the traveler is making.
I should visit my maintenance personnel sometime.
Oh, wow.
I'm fine.
Maintenance
I better
personnel.
go. Thank you.
Well, that was awkward.
City. But ever since we last said goodbye to Lesser Lord Kusanali, we haven't heard anything from her.
Talk to Catherine.
We can't just keep waiting around like this. Let's go.
Hold on. Oh wait, that is not actually the one. We're just pretty much continuing right here. Okay, found it. Okay, let's talk to Catherine.
Ad Astra Avisask. We meet again, you two.
Okay.
Do you have any commissions for us today?
What do we have now?
Commissions,
Seems
huh?
like everything is now normal.
Let me think. Oh, how about this? Please attend the Academia's Academic Symposium this afternoon and recite a love poem on stage.
Love poem? Really?
Say what now?
And if possible, please also use your camera to capture the reaction of the audience upon finishing the poem.
Huh? What kind of commission is that?
I feel embarrassed just mentioning
see.
it. Same here.
It appears that you're not interested in this commission. In that case, please go to Port Ormos and convince the Eremites there to spend some time volunteering at the local orphanage.
Hey, that's not any better.
Isn't that just asking for a beating?
I'm sure the mercenaries will have some interesting reactions as well.
Oh man. These are some very weird commissions.
These commissions to the Adventurers Guild.
Oh, the commissioner? Well, Actually, I just wanted to see the two of you in action.
um, you really are we going to ask this? Fine. You're not actually Catherine, are you?
Was it so obvious?
Oh my
I was
goodness.
hoping you would actually take one of those commissions.
She literally
That kind
took
of
the
chance to
voice as
observe humans
well.
doesn't come by
Why?
often. Ah, so it's Nahida. Paimon just knew Catherine wouldn't crack those kinds of jokes. When did you get into her head? From when she said, Ad Astra Abyssosque? So it's been you
Wow.
this whole time? Are you done resting up, Nahida? Yes. I've been sleeping ever since we parted ways, and I even had a really, really long dream.
So the Akasha can't take away the dreams of
It
the
was another
gods.
dream about the Sub-Zero's festival, except it was a happy one. In my dream, I was sitting in the middle of a flower terrace, and everyone in
Aw.
Sumeru City was holding hands as they danced in circles around me. They danced round and round, and everyone looked really happy. I also got to sit on a gigantic flower carriage. Ferris, the Knight of Flowers,
Flower
raised me
carriage, eh?
really, really high above the ground, and I was throwing an endless amount of Yalda candies at the children. You know, Nahida, maybe your dream is how the Sub-Zero's festival really should be. It's meant to be a joyous time where everyone gets together to celebrate your birthday.
But in reality,
Huh? Wasn't I describing a really happy dream? Why are you both looking at me like that?
because it's
Could
not
this be
really
an example
happening.
of the emotion known as pity?
Yes,
No,
that
we're
somewhat
not
pity
pitying
though.
you. That would only make everything worse. We just don't want you to feel too sad. By the way, have you had a
Actually,
chance
that
to
sounds
visit
like
Junior's
pity
Eye?
though.
How's she doing? The Homianis haven't allowed any visitors after the festival, so we haven't been able to check on her. Yes, I paid her a visit right after I woke up. She was resting at the time. Her condition is stabilized. However, since Elazar is a manifestation of the withering on the human body, we can only cure it by finding a way to take care of Irminsul's own withering. But for the moment, our top focus should still be figuring out what the sages are up to and what they're planning. Right. Who knows what'll happen if they manage to pull off another scheme like the Samsara of the Sub-Zero's festival? So our first priority should be investigating and putting a stop to the sages' activities. As for how we should pull that off, let's discuss it somewhere else. There are too many adventurers around here. Oh,
Understood.
good point. Sorry, adventurers. We're gonna be borrowing Catherine for a little while.
That face. Okay. Now apparently it started. So okay, now it currently says dreams, emptiness, and deception. Okay. So apparently that is currently now the name of
Let's
the quest that we
continue our
are currently
chat here.
doing.
Okay, so do you have any ideas on how we can investigate the sages, Nahida? Actually, I've already done a little bit of work on that. But for now, I want to hear your thoughts.
Our thoughts about what possess a key figure in academia?
I've already tried that. But all the key members of the Academia, even the core of 30 guards, intentionally avoid wearing their Akasha terminals. It seems that from the very beginning, they've been guarding against info leaks from the Akasha. Of course, it could also be because they're wary of me. Have you already caught the sage's attention?
Seems like it.
I'm guessing not yet. But this trust
Hmm?
in me
Not
would make
yet.
perfect sense if they
Well,
ever
at
paid
least she
attention
is
to the
actually
urban
expecting
legends
it though.
about me. In any case, I probably can't take over their minds directly.
We could grab someone close to the sages and question
I'm in
them.
the dark as of now. Since we still don't know anything about their goals, any rash move could tip them off and lead to terrible consequences. After all, every person in Sumeru City is one of their hostages.
Yep, that's actually the problem. Was it a student and infiltrate the Sage's
No way,
headquarters?
that's too risky.
Why do we
It'd be too easy to get
currently keep
caught?
having all of these options though?
No, it's not that. We shouldn't involve innocent students in this. A single mistake could completely ruin their lives.
Fair point.
Doing that would be ignoring the safety of my people for my own selfish goals. How is that any different from what the sages are doing?
That's a good point. Spoken like the god of Sumeru.
I can't think of anything else.
Are we really out of ideas? Nahida, you're super smart, so you already have something in mind, right? Don't keep us in suspense. Spill the beans already.
Yeah, I don't think she has any kind of
According to a
plans.
popular theory from
Oh
the
wait,
Bahumana
she currently has
Darshan of
one.
academia, rejecting impractical motions at the beginning of a planning session will give more weight to the actual proposal.
Okay, but aren't you the god of wisdom? You don't have to use that kind of gimmick to make
Uh-oh.
us take your ideas seriously.
Well, I've been thinking that if I can't directly possess the leaders, and if I can't get ordinary people involved,
I think my
then I
mouse
should
just
find
got
someone who's
disconnected, guys.
already involved, but hasn't decided
Oh
to
wait,
side with
never
the
mind.
sages.
You're saying
Okay,
we should
just got
recruit a
distracted right
spy?
there.
That does sound like it could work.
Ain't that going to be a bit risky
Before coming
though?
back, we met someone named Alhaitham. He seems like he acts alone, and he likes doing stuff behind the academia's back. They probably aren't in cahoots.
Actually, I already have someone in mind. Do you still remember that female scholar named Sataria?
Sataria.
Actually, I don't remember it.
Isn't she the one who's always trailing behind the Grand Sage of the Academia?
Oh wait,
We
the
ran
girl
into her
that
basically
was
every
currently
time the
behind
Sincerus Festival
the
repeated
guy.
itself. You could even say we're old enemies by now. Paimon still remembers the smug and mean way she always spoke to Nilu.
Oh man.
I've always liked observing all kinds of people, and Sataria has always stood out from the crowd. She was born in the desert and was hailed as their greatest genius. Her academic gifts allowed her special admission into the academia, and also gave her the opportunity to serve as the sage's assistant.
Oh, Paimon didn't know she was from the desert. She must be pretty special then. Paimon feels like most of the desert dwellers around the city are working as mercenaries.
The name Sataria means star. When she lived in the desert, she shone like the brightest star in the night sky. Later on, she was chosen by the sun. The star was given a place in the daytime sky to complement the sun's dazzling light. Soon after, the star witnessed the sun scorching the earth, which brought forth many disasters. The star began to waver. Instead of staying beside such a sun, wouldn't it be better to return and light up part of the night sky? But in the end, she couldn't give up the radiance of daytime. To cope with her shame, the star buried her guilt and closed her eyes.
This is no longer just a
From
metaphor.
the sound of it, Sataria's just hung up on the research opportunities here. But she doesn't really support the academia. She still feels guilty about not doing more for the desert, right? She's just running away from her problems.
Indeed. When they are presented with complex moral issues, many people will simply plug their ears and go with the flow until the problem can't be fixed anymore.
Ah man, I can actually relate to that. Oh my
But
gosh.
before she realized it, she had already become the sage's accomplice. She can't deny her part in their schemes anymore.
Sounds exactly like the person we needed.
Right. We must somehow make her face her problems again. That way, not only can we get useful intel from her, but she can also use it as an opportunity to redeem herself. From my past observations, Sataria will take a day off from the academia every 10 days to do some shopping in the city. Tomorrow afternoon just happens to be a shopping day for her. That'll be our chance.
Okie dokie.
Let's go check out some of her favorite spots and have a quick chat with a few of the vendors there.
Okay, so time for a bit of chit chat. Yeah, we're just pretty much gonna go right here.
This should be Sataria's favorite fortune-telling spot.
People love
So should we
fortune telling
ask the
here.
fortune teller about Sataria? No, I already have enough information on Sataria. The most important thing now is for you to pay attention to the vendor's talking style and key characteristics. Talking style and key characteristics? My poor lost lambs. Have you become troubled over your fates? The divine voice
Huh?
of wisdom.
So
often
this
echoes
child is
between
actually
many
the
tears.
fortune teller.
If thou be blessed today by the gods,
What the hell?
I may be able to show you the way. Huh? Really? Nahida, you've been whispering things to her?
Shh. My friend here has some doubts regarding his future. Can we get a fortune reading for him?
Of
That's
of
going to be
course.
disastrous, I
In
guess.
that case,
We have a disastrous future. Wow, this scene.
It would seem that Harut and Marut are quite wary of you. Perhaps, at some time in the past, you have somehow offended the gods. Only mocking the god of Animo, questioning the lord of Geo's financial savviness, and brawling with the god of Electro. Do those count?
Yes, that actually counts. That is very spot on.
Nothing. Go on, pick an aspect for her to divine.
Oh man, that is so funny. Divine my prospects in love? Yeah, why not?
Love prospects? No problem at all.
So we're ending up with Ayaka then? Nah, probably not.
The gods have spoken. The truth shall be revealed.
None.
One who is fated to cross your path will appear on... Huh?
So many people.
So many people will fall for you. How could that be? Harut, Marut, did you two spoil my
What?
divination? I've never read a fortune so
Or
absurd.
probably we gained a lot of followers, I guess. Probably. I guess that is the most actual thing.
thinks this is probably the most accurate fortune telling you've ever done. I admit that the orientation of today's celestial matrix is suboptimal. As such, there will be no charge.
Is that so? Well, that can't be helped.
If you were to bring some food offerings for Harut and Marut on your next visit, perhaps they could help you reverse the wheels of fate.
I don't think we need to reverse it. Many people will fall for us, eh? Yeah. Perhaps she meant we'll gain a lot of followers. I guess actually that's what's currently happening in the whole entire story.
Yep. It belongs to a king. His father helped Sataria a lot when she first moved to Samari City, so she still comes by whenever she has time. When I start talking with him, listen carefully to the details of our conversation.
Ah, dear customers. Would you like to look at some pottery?
We caught wind of your great craftsmanship, so we specifically came to take a look.
Oh, I recognize you. Aren't you Miss Catherine from the Adventurers Guild? Sounds like I'm in for some big business.
Speaking of, where did you learn this trade?
Man, he doesn't know a
I
thing.
suppose you could say it all started with my dad. He's a mason by trade, but I picked up an interest in clay while apprenticing for him. After that, I began making pottery by myself in secret, and I simply changed trades when my works turned out well. Although it's a pity that I'm no longer making much use of the knowledge provided to me by the Akasha.
That's nice. You're making a living doing something you love.
So is your father still working as a mason?
Oh no, not anymore. A few years back, he fell from a roof and broke his leg. Since he had
Ouch.
already saved enough Mora over all these years, he's just enjoying the retired life in Port Ormos nowadays.
I see. We wish him peace and happiness in his retirement. I'll have someone in charge of logistics at the guild come by another day for some goods. We'll leave you to it. Take care now.
No problem. Rest easy, all our goods are sure to meet your every need.
Nice. Where to now? Oh, the restaurant, eh? Yeah,
This
right
should
now
be
it's
our
just been
final
much
stop.
peaceful.
Sataria's always thinking of this restaurant when she's working at the academia. So she always comes by whenever she's out in the city.
Nahida, you've really thought of everything.
It's my duty to protect Samaria's citizens after all.
God of wisdom, after all. She needs all of those knowledge that she
Heather.
can get.
I feel like I've seen you down by the docks before.
Huh? Sorry, I don't quite remember.
If I recall, you were having a discussion with someone about shipbuilding at the time.
Ah, that's right! I've always been really interested in feats of marine engineering. After all, I grew up in Liyue Harbor and spent my entire childhood staring at the ships going in and out of the port. I came to Sumeru to study, but failed to make it into the academia due to my lack of talent. But I'm still discussing all kinds of problems with different scholars, and I'm continuing to study and perform research from the restaurant's basement. I'm sure I'll get to the academia after their next round of exams.
What an admirable spirit for learning. Amazing.
Sure, but you'll find hardworking people wherever you go.
Yeah,
So
it's
this
not really that
restaurant has a
special.
basement as well? Huh. First I've heard of it.
That's right. It's not usually open to patrons. Most of the time, employees use it for breaks or to hold private events.
I see. Guess that makes sense. Well, good luck with your studies, Miss Chishan.
Thank you so much. As long as I can make it into the academia as an official student, I'll be happy.
Alright, talk to Nahida. Or should I say, Catherine?
So, was that everybody?
Probably.
3 familiar faces should be enough for Sataria.
What's the point of all the information we've collected? Nahida, you still haven't told us how you're planning to make Sataria face her problems.
Sataria is already used to avoiding her problems, so we must find a way to break through her usual sensibilities. I remember you mentioned that the Eremites in Port Ormos are all making a fuss about the upcoming resurrection of King Deshret. Although it's all just a boatload of nonsense, the fate of her homeland may turn out to be Sataria's soft spot.
Oh, Paimon gets it now! You want to take advantage of the guilt Sataria feels about her homeland. Although she knows she should return home to help the people of the desert, all she's done is conspire with the sages.
If King Dashret, I believe that's how you currently pronounce it, were to make demands of Setaria, so
How
obviously she might actually listen.
Well, King Deshret is long gone, and Sataria is also too smart to fall for any simple tricks. If we simply engaged her under the guise of King Deshret's believers, she would definitely be wary of us, and we may not get anywhere. But if we were to borrow some of her close acquaintances to talk with her, her reaction would probably be very different.
So, you mean you're going to possess those people we just talked to?
Yep. Possess them through the Akasha. Imply they've already converted to the faith of King Deshret, and then convey our made-up will of King Deshret. As long as everything goes smoothly, we'll get through to Sataria for sure. She'll never guess that we had anything to do with it.
Ah, so that's how you're going to use all the info we collected on these people. It's so that you won't slip up and break form. Possessing them will only work if you can manage to pass off as them.
Exactly. So, best of luck with impersonating them.
Alrighty.
But we don't know how to possess anyone.
Well,
That's no problem at
that's
all.
going to be a
I'll just share
problem.
all their senses with you
The
once I've
problem is
possessed
if you
them.
currently
As long
do
as
not
you're
currently
also
got
wearing
their
the
right
Kasha
behavior,
terminal,
yeah,
the
the
effect
people
will
will
basically
currently
be as if
know.
you've possessed them yourself.
Huh. That is pretty convenient. But why does he have to do this? Can't you do it yourself?
Although I've been observing humans for a while, I've never been good at imitating them.
You're not wrong. It's always been painfully obvious whenever you try to pass as Catherine.
Alrighty.
If it was
Let's
at all
try our best
possible,
then.
I would have preferred to leave these people alone. But seeing how things are now, I probably should just accept it and push on.
Yeah, don't beat yourself up over it. We're only doing this to help everyone, and we'll only be borrowing them for a little while anyway.
Alright, then let's give it a go tomorrow afternoon.
Oh boy. Okay, now we are just pretty much going to pass the time here real quick. By the way, guys, just saying, I also stream on Twitch if you guys are currently interested. A link will be available down there in the description below. Also just saying, I currently tried to currently pull for the weapon banner recently. Oh wait, is it not really the time yet? I'm pretty sure it was actually the right time. Hold on. Okay, we're just pretty much going right here at 12. So yeah, I currently pulled on the weapon banner. I did not even got the polar star that I was currently trying to get. Now I'm currently stuck with the refinement 2 of Kagura's Verity. It's a good thing I currently have Miko to currently use that. But man, literally lost 50-50 right there. I'm sad. Okay, so there she is.
Oh, here she comes. Satori is here.
Let's quietly follow her. Once she starts talking to her acquaintances, we'll find a safe spot to begin possessing them. As for how we'll sway her to our side, I'll leave that to you. I trust you'll know what to say.
Hopefully we won't say
I'm
anything
starting to
rash.
feel kinda nervous. Okay, let's go. Looks like they've already started talking. Let's find a hiding spot and get started.
Man, I like this transition. Oh wow. Whoa, okay. What just happened right there?
That's right.
Man, that
You really
animation.
can't force anything when it comes to love. And besides, everyone
Wow.
around me has a very different background and outlook.
Okay, now this is weird. This is indeed
Are you
weird.
still listening to me, Nabia?
Oh, of course I'm listening. You were talking about troubles with your love life, right? I heard everything you said.
Okay then. You just seemed a little distracted for a moment there.
Yo, he's actually able to currently do it. No, the cat.
Strange. Your cats seem pretty worked up. Is something wrong?
Oh my
I always
gosh.
thought they
The
were
cats
quiet,
know.
happy kitties. Oh,
The
what were
cats
their names
know.
again?
Harut and Marut.
Ah, that's right. They are just little darlings, aren't they? Harut and Marut.
Ahem. So, which fortune do you want me to read for you today? You must have come for another echo of the divine voice of wisdom.
Oh, we're
I'd like to
actually
get
pulling
another
it
reading on
off.
my love
Wow.
prospects. But to be perfectly honest with you, I feel like I've been a real mess recently.
A mess?
What kind of mess?
Could you do a reading on how long it'll take me to finish my current project at work? I really just want to get it over with.
I hear you. No problem at all. The gods will reveal...
Somehow,
the truth.
Aether's body literally just disappeared. The gods have spoken.
The gods are asking, Sataria, why haven't you gone home?
Why haven't I gone home? Do the gods really know everything I've been thinking about?
Sitaria, why don't you just go home? It's a demand now instead of a question. The gods seem to be truly upset.
He's believing
I'm
this?
sorry. I know I failed the gods. Please pass on my most sincere apologies and ask for their divine forgiveness. And if I may ask,
Wow, we're
maybe
actually pulling this
is there a
off without an
specific
issue.
god who's speaking to you right now?
Oh. Uh-oh. Come on.
What an inconsiderate and naive question. The god who is speaking to me is, of course, the wisest and mightiest of all.
King Deshret.
King Deshret?
Oh
No
boy.
wonder he would make such a demand of me. Wait a second. King Deshret passed away a long time ago. Even though news of King Deshret's resurrection has been spreading like wildfire, it's all just a misinformation campaign from the academia. How can King Deshret still exist in real life?
Resurrection is a misinformation? Yo, I'm surprised as well.
Insolence! I am King Deshret's most loyal believer. Do you wish to refute his voice of wisdom?
Oh, no. As a child of the desert, I am only reveling in his power upon learning that his divine glory has touched even this city. I will think very carefully about his demand of me. I'm sorry.
That
I must
actually
go now.
went
Wait!
yeah, it didn't really went well, but at least they never suspected it. Oh. She's sensing us right now. She sensed us there.
She just ran off in a hurry. She looked pretty upset too.
The traveler is still asleep.
Sitaria didn't seem to suspect anything amiss. To have something she's been trying desperately to avoid show up out of nowhere and berate her, that must have shaken her to the core.
Yo, she's wondering what the hell just happened.
It seems like you understand human emotions.
I like the
really well
details.
after all.
All I know are some abstract Teyvat theories. In any case, my time with you has shown a lot of them to be utterly useless. I'm still trying to make sense of everything. Anyway, enough of that. Let's hurry and catch up to Sitaria.
We are. Oh man.
Right on cue.
That
Let's get ready
that
for
was
the
actually pretty cool. Okay, here we go again. Oh wow.
It's okay. I just got
What-
caught up in something.
What's gonna happen
Oh,
again?
Actually, didn't you ask me to help you look for work? What kind of work were you looking for again?
Masonry work.
Oh, right. Your old man's craft. How could I forget? Speaking of, how's he doing? Is he feeling any better?
What? Which should I He can lift stuff now.
Wasn't he nursing a leg injury? If I recall correctly, his strong arms had always been his pride and joy.
He sprained his arm a while back while trying to show off his strength. I
Oh,
thought you'd heard.
yeah,
Actually,
we messed
while
up
we're
right there
talking about
probably.
him, is he still living in Port Ormos?
Yeah, he's been retired there for a while.
If you could find the time, please write him a letter. Let him know that recently, faith in King Deshret has taken root in Port Ormos and has begun to
Oh.
spread across Sumeru. He has a quick temper and has always been a devout follower of the Dendro Archon. I don't want him to get into a fight with those King Deshret believers because of a difference in beliefs.
Oh? So, who are you siding with in all of this? The Academia or King Deshret?
Oh, wow, that
I'm
question.
so jealous of you. You were born
Hey,
a
there's
child of the
literally
desert,
pulling this
yet
off.
you
My
chose to betray
goodness.
King Deshret, and now you spend all your time with those crooks from the Academia.
Akeem, you
Burn!
don't mean you've also become a believer of King Deshret?
Man, the
What's
burn.
so strange about becoming a believer of the wise King Deshret? In fact,
My
aren't
god.
you the strange one? The one who still can't pick a side?
Can't pick a side? Me?
My god, wow.
Paimon had no idea you'd be so good at this.
Wow, oh man. Yeah, I believe you were too harsh. You were
really
too
zeroed
harsh,
in on the
honestly.
issue and put it right in front of her. It might feel a bit overwhelming for Sataria. But
Man,
once everything is
it
over,
literally
I'll
just
be sure to
burned
pay
her
her a
right
visit to
there.
her mind and explain
Man.
everything. Anyway, let's keep going.
Okay. That was totally impressive.
Come on! Sataria's already started talking with.
That was impressive. Okay, here we go.
So, Shishan, have you noticed anything weird in the city lately? Like, as if someone was trying to preach to you about something?
Um, I've been studying all my time in the
Wait,
attic.
did you just say attic? I thought this place didn't have an
Oh wait,
attic.
no,
Also,
it's
don't you
actually a
usually study
basement.
in the basement?
Oh, we
Well,
messed up. We
the
messed up right
restaurant
there.
recently added an attic. I've been studying there because it
Come
has better
on, please
lighting.
pull it off.
Oh, right. Speaking of strange things, I celebrated the Sub-Zerus festival so many times that I lost count. That was really weird.
Wait, how could you be
Oh,
aware of that? That should be impossible. Nothing in the report indicated
whoa,
anything
whoa,
like that.
whoa.
Are you still failing to realize that the Academia's lowly tricks could never deceive all of Sumeru's citizens?
Oh man,
Shishan, don't tell me that
yo,
you've converted to King Deshret as well.
yo, this is
What
total
an absurd
burn.
question. You make it sound like I should be ashamed for becoming a believer of King Deshret. In reality, shouldn't you be the one who is ashamed? You, who works side by side with the Academia and treated people as nothing more than experimental subjects.
Damn,
Please, please stop!
the hammer has been put down. Oh
Even now, Sataria's still trying to
man,
run from her problems.
did I push too
She can
hard?
no longer
Yeah,
justify everything
you
to
did,
herself.
but that is so
Hey,
good.
she's trying
This
to
is
talk to the
juicy.
birds. What should we do?
This is the most important part of all. Quick, get ready.
Roger,
Miss
Dodger.
Mori, you're a member of the Corps of 30, correct? Please help me pass a message to the Matra right away. The situation in the city is getting out of control.
Please, try to remain calm, miss. Tell me what's happening in the city.
Heretics are infiltrating the city, and they've already
Oh.
converted many residents to their side.
Heretics? What kind of heresy are you
Oh
talking
man,
about?
here we go again.
King
Here we go
Deshret.
again.
Many people I know have suddenly started believing in him, but he's long dead. It's impossible.
Oh
Miss
man,
Sataria.
here we go.
Nothing is impossible.
Here we
You know my
go.
name?
King Deshret is immortal, and all who defy him will one day pay the
Oh,
price.
come on.
You must face the truth, Sataria.
This
You
is
tread a
good.
treacherous path, and the longer you ignore it, the tighter the
I feel
Academia's
bad
grasp
for
on you
him,
will
for
become,
her now.
and the
Oh
deeper you will
man.
be ensnared. Child of King Deshret, never forget that the desert that belongs to you lies elsewhere.
Whoa.
What's so strange about becoming a believer of the wise
Yo.
King Deshret? In fact, aren't you the strange one? The one who still can't pick a side?
Man,
What
this
an
girl is
absurd
now being
question.
burned
You make it
so
sound like
hard.
I should be ashamed for becoming a believer of King Deshret.
Sataria,
And I feel bad for
why
her.
haven't you gone home?
Yeah, she's losing it. She's losing it. Damn. Wow.
It seems that no matter where I run, I only keep finding more believers of King Deshret. I have to say, this is a familiar feeling. I've also been running from my guilt this whole time. Guilt over my part in the Sage's plans, and from ignoring the letters from the children of my homeland. But no matter how much I may try to ignore or get rid of it, my guilt always comes back.
It's not too late to turn
You
back.
won't necessarily lose your research opportunities by facing the truth. Besides, did you really want to conduct your research while carrying such heavy feelings of guilt?
How do you know me so well? Are you truly just a believer of King Deshret? Or are you the god himself?
That's
Uh-oh.
not important. The important thing is to pass judgment on the Academia and its sages, and to correct their mistakes. If you could provide some assistance in this matter, perhaps it could serve as a form of atonement.
I've actually never believed in the gods, but I've always believed in serendipity. Your appearance must be a fated opportunity for me to get out of this wretched situation. Please tell me, what can I do for you?
Oh, we finally convinced her.
How much do you know about the Sage's current activities?
I was just one of the designers for the masked dream harvest scheme, which is what happened around the Sub-Zeru's festival. But I know very little about the full scope of the overall project. I'd assume that only staff with the highest clearance would have access to those confidential documents. I've just been working to meet the Grand Sage's specified requirements. However, there's something that's been really bothering me. I heard that a scholar who was previously expelled has returned to the city. And
Oh,
even the sages are still quite wary of him.
an outcast.
To fight against the academia, we will need to figure out the nature and the purpose of their
It could
work.
be
Is there
Al-Hazem.
a way for us to get
Probably.
access to the confidential documents you
Who
mentioned?
knows?
It should be possible if we're willing to take some risks. After all, I'm an assistant to the Grand Sage, and I've been working on many tasks outside of the project. One thing, though, I won't be able to transfer the documents to you through the Akasha once I get my hands on them. The sages have always closely monitored all activities within the Akasha. Let me see. Let's use the most primitive method. Send someone to pick up the documents tomorrow evening at the Academia entrance.
The academia
Most
entrance.
primitive method, eh?
Wouldn't that be too conspicuous?
Don't worry about that. I assure you, this won't be a trap. I'm only suggesting this location because it'll draw more scrutiny for me to leave the Academia again. It'll be safest for me to distract the guards long enough to hand you the documents.
All right, I trust you.
So, if I were to successfully complete this task, would it mean I've atoned for my wrongdoings?
That'll depend on the judgment of the Dendro Archon.
The Dendro Archon. That's right. Her people are the ones we have endangered. As the God of Wisdom, she's also the one responsible for judging and guiding the scholars. Maybe it's time for me to find a god to believe in.
Just as Nahida predicted, we've managed to bring Sataria to our side. The Traveler's
Man.
execution was ingenious.
That
He is
was
the one who deserves
incredible.
all the praise. Well,
Oh
now that
man.
we've made plans to meet
Hands
again
of
tomorrow
applause.
evening,
Oh
all we
man.
can do is pray for Sataria's
I
mission
enjoyed
to
that.
go
I
off without a
enjoyed
hitch.
watching that.
Pray? But if we're going to pray to the gods, aren't we just praying to you? God of Wisdom and Guardian of the Scholars? No. The truth is the true Guardian of Scholars. I've always believed that. Anyway, let's meet again tomorrow evening at the Adventurers Guild.
Oh man, Roger Dodger. Anyways guys, that's pretty much it for this video right now. Oh man. I need to process everything that just literally happened. That was incredible. Wow. Aether literally just smacked that girl in the face right there. Come on. Spit all of those facts right there in front of her. That was a total burn. Anyways, I currently feel bad for Setaria right now. Anyways guys, that's pretty much it for this video. So thank you very much guys for watching. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed. I will continue this in the next one. So make sure to leave a like on this video. Also subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Also please do follow my Facebook page and also my Twitter account if you haven't already. I also have a Twitch channel if you guys are currently interested. I currently stream War Thunder and some other games as well. If you guys are currently interested, link is down there in the description below. And yeah, I hope to see you guys in the next one. And hopefully the next one will be a lot more chaotic than this one because, man, the story quests here in Sumeru is literally getting more and more crazy. So yeah, hope to see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.